everybody, this is Prophetess Shanika Sutton from Shanika Sutton Prophetic Ministries. So we're here now with Georgiana Richard Smith. She's a married woman, okay? Yes, so she's here to testify on how she got married, how God took her through that entire process, how she found out that it was spiritual. She didn't know, she was getting married because it was spiritual. So she's going to encourage you and share her story with you so that you guys can also be encouraged and God will do the same thing for you. Thank you so much for coming, Mrs. Smith.
Thank you for having me, Prophetess.
Okay, so when was it that you realized that you were struggling to get married? What was going on?
Alright, so for the past 9 years, I've been getting prophecies that I will get married. And each time during that 9 years, each time when my birth month comes, I will say, God, why is it that I'm not married? Why is it I'm not with someone dating to get married? Why is it I'm not getting to know someone in the process of getting married?
So when did you realize that this 9-year struggle of not getting married was a spiritual battle and not just God having you waiting for no reason at all? When did you realize that this was not God testing you, this was really a demon blocking your breakthrough?
Alright, I realized that that's when I met Prophetess Shanika Sutton on Facebook. She was doing a live, right, talking about generational curses. She was ministering to persons on the live, and there she saw my name. She called my name Georgiana, and she said that you're supposed to get married, but there's a generation demon that is blocking you from getting married. And she asked if there's anyone in my family who's married, and I said no, there's no one in my family that is married. And from there, she just started to talk about spirit spouse. That there's a spirit spouse, that demon that is blocking me from getting married.
Okay, so did you know what a spirit spouse was at that time?
At that time, I didn't have the knowledge. At that time, I didn't have the knowledge about a spirit spouse. At that time, I didn't know that there was a demon that is blocking me from getting married. All I was thinking about was that God is not ready for me to get married, that's it.
Okay, but when I came and I prophesied you, that's when you knew we didn't know each other.
No, we didn't know each other.
Because even when you told me that I prophesied you, I was like, when? I don't remember you. But anyway, but you came on the live broadcast, the Lord led you there, and you were informed it was a spirit spouse. So you shared with me now that at that time, June 2020, I had just published my prayer audios on YouTube.
Yes.
And one of them included prayers against spirit spouse.
Right.
Okay? And can you share your experience with using that prayer audio, please?
Alright. While using that prayer audio, I was fasting and praying for 21 days with the ministry, right? While I was fasting and praying with the ministry, I was using the audio and spirit spouse every single day. While I was using the audio and spirit spouse, I got a dream that a demon came to me. I saw in the dream, it was a tall man came to me in the dream. I didn't know it was a spirit spouse rather, but he came to me and he said that you would never get married. And I shared that dream with Prophetess, and that's where she said that's a spirit spouse. That is the demon that is blocking you and stopping you from getting married.
So all this time you did not know he was there until he came up with the dream?
Until he came up with the dream. Until I was praying with the prayer audio, that's when he showed up in the dream and said that I will never get married.
So that's when you realized that this is real, this thing is real.
That's when I realized this is real. That's when I realized that there was actually something
that was blocking you from getting married. Okay, so I have a question now. So those 9 years where you were struggling to get married and you were getting prophecies and you're wondering, how was it God sending your husband? When did you get saved, by the way? Let me ask you that. When did you become a Christian?
I got saved 2012.
Right? So by the time you were connected to my ministry, it would have been 8 years and probably some months or something that you have been saved.
Right.
So you are 2 children already?
Yes, I
So
have
that
2
means
children.
you're not a virgin, you were not a virgin?
No, I wasn't.
Okay, so you left the world and you went into the kingdom of God. And you were saying, all right, God, I left the world, I'm no longer having sex with a marriage, right? And I want to have a husband now, right? And you were going through this whole thing where you can't find a husband, you don't want to live in sin, you're coming from the world, you want a husband.
Right.
And you said to me you have 2 girls.
Right, I have 2 children.
And you wanted a boy.
Yes,
and
I've always wanted a boy.
And the boy is not going to come unless it's true, I have a husband.
Yes, I always said I will never get a child out of Christ unless I am married.
So you made a commitment to God, because
Yes.
the reason I'm breaking this down is because many Christians are going through this right now all across the world. You make a commitment to God, I'm not going to have sex with a marriage anymore.
Right.
And God seems unfair, because imagine you come into church, you decide I'm not going to have sex with a marriage anymore, but you can't find a husband.
Right.
And it made you angry with God at some point in time.
Yes, because each time when my birthday comes, I was like, God, why is it I'm not married? Why is it I'm not dating someone? Why is it I'm not courting? Why is it no saved men are approaching me? Because men do approach, but they are unsaved.
Because the devil wants you to go back into sexual sin, and he doesn't want you to find a good husband. Go ahead.
So each time I will ask the Lord that question, but I will never stop reading the audio.
Okay, but that was before. I'm talking about before you met me.
Yes, before I met prophetess, before she ministered to me on the live, and before she published the prayer audio, right? There were always unsaved men approaching me.
Right.
Never a saved man. Never saved men approach me. Always unsaved. So I know within myself that if I should go and sleep with unsaved men, that is like fornication.
And you're gonna push back yourself now to not find a husband.
That's right. We're going to take it back to square. Because I always tell myself that if I should mess up out of Christ, I'm going back to square one. I have to start all over again.
That is not necessarily true, but at the time it was still something that you told yourself that you would want to go back to.
Right. So I actually tell myself that just to avoid sinning against God. So I tell myself that, listen, if I should fornicate, I'm gonna start all over back again.
Okay.
And I don't want to start all over back. So I just tell myself that to keep walking with Christ. Holy.
Amen. So next thing. So after you started using the prayer audios, so those of you who don't know, we normally have prayer challenges where we help people to pray on a consistent basis. So at that time I was advising my followers to pray every single day and to pray against the demons that were blocking him. And for you that was spirit spouse, there are other demons blocking you, there are other audios where you was, but we're focusing on the spirit spouse now that was blocking you, that demon that didn't want you to get married. So by now you realize that it was a demon that was blocking you from getting married. So you realize that God wasn't lying all this time.
Right.
Because the Bible does say, wage a good warfare over your prophecies, 1 Timothy 1 verse 18. Many Christians don't know about that. So you sat down thinking that husband is going to just come out of nowhere without you praying and engaging in warfare. Right? Because one thing that people need to understand is the devil doesn't want us to live right. Especially when it comes to sexual sin. He doesn't want us to have a spouse that you can enjoy and you can live good with and grow old with. He wants you to go out and have sex with that marriage, and he wants you to engage in sexual perversion, watch pornography, masturbate. He doesn't want you to serve God in the right way. So when it comes on to marriage, there's always a fight. So it can never be a case where you're gonna prophecy about marriage or a dream. I think it's just gonna happen. All right. So we're at the prayer audience now. We're at the prayer challenge where I challenge my followers to pray consistently. You were praying consistently, and you said even after the prayer challenge that ended, because I did it for a month.
Yes.
You were still praying.
I was still praying. So even when the prayer challenge has ended for the month, I was still praying. I was still engaging in this, using the prayer audience for spouse every single day, 3 times every day. 3 times. I use it in the morning, I use it in the afternoon, and I use it before I go to my bed.
Did I tell you to do that?
No, you didn't tell me.
I just told you to use it every day.
Every day.
But you were determined. I'm going to get rid of this demon.
Yes.
Okay.
Especially after that dream, and that's when prophetess said that's a demon that is blocking you. I even went more and deeper into the prayer, using the prayer audience spirit spouse. I even go to sleep with the audio playing in my ears because I was determined that I want to get married.
So you said in that prayer audio, I said that people are going to get married.
Yes.
Listening to this.
When I was praying with the audio, I remember clearly that prophetess said, after persons have prayed with this audio, they are going to get married. And when she said that in the audio, I said, yes, Lord, I receive it.
And you know, I did not make that audio for people to get married. You know, I just made that audio for people to be delivered from masturbation and pornography and fornication. But apparently the Spirit of the Lord came upon me and told me to say that, because if you didn't tell me I said that, I would not remember. I did not know I said that. But you listened to it and you were so determined that even after I finished the prayer challenge, you realize that, hey, you know what? I haven't got my breakthrough as yet, so I'm not going to stop praying. And I know it's a spirit spouse, and I know that I'm going to keep going. Okay? Now, you keep praying, and we're in June.
Yes.
Prayer challenge finishes in July. You keep praying. So we're in August, we're in September, but we're in August first, right? We're in August, and you come at my deliverance conference that I had in Jamaica in Kingston, right? And you said you decided you were gonna sow a seed.
Right.
For marriage. I didn't ask you for any money. You decided that you were gonna sow a seed.
Yes.
Right? I didn't even know it was for marriage. You just said you shook my hand and gave me some money. You did not tell me what it was for. Right?
Yes.
But at that time you believed that you were gonna get married.
Yes, I do.
So after you get that money, though, what happened after you? Because it's not about sowing seeds. I don't want anybody to take time and say they have to give me money. Because I have people who have listened to the prior audience and have gotten their breakthrough without even giving me money. So it's not about money. I just want to follow the chronological order of what took place.
Right. So in the month of August, when I went to Prophetess conference, I released a seed in her hand. I didn't tell her what was the seed about. I released a seed in her hand and I said within my heart, I said, God, this is for the husband. This is for the man that you have in store for me. Right? So after I released that seed and I left the conference in August, going down to September, I was still praying, still fasting, still using the prayer audio and spirit spouse because I was determined that I will and I must get married.
Amen.
Continuing going down to September, I was still praying, still fasting, still using the prayer audio and spirit spouse.
So was there a time when you felt like I'm praying every day, but I don't know if I'm gonna get married, but I'm still gonna keep going because I know this first one is the reason I'm not married?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So I remember in the month of October, I said, Lord, my birthday again, and I'm still not married. I still don't meet the person that I'm in store for me. I still don't, but in all of it, I was down, but at the same time, I was being positive.
Right, because positive speaking is important when you're engaging in deliverance. Did you ever use my audio and you started to vomit, burps,
Yes,
dance,
I got deliverance while I was using the audio every single day. Each day when I use the prayer audio and spirit spouse, I got deliverance.
So many persons don't know that when you're being delivered from demons, because people think that Christians can have demons, which is not true because demons you can have a demon of poverty that's in your hands. The Lord gave that revelation. So every time you put your hand to something, it doesn't work out, even though you're saved. But the good part is because you're a Christian, you can tell that demon to go. It doesn't automatically go because you get saved. Demons don't go unless you tell them to. So even if you become a Christian, no, you still need to tell them to go. Right? So you started to experience deliverance where you were yawning, burping, vomiting. Many persons don't know that when demons are leaving you, they do these things. You start things are leaving your body. Okay? So you were yawning, burping, you said every day you use the audio, you were delivered.
Yes.
Right? Okay, next thing I want to bring across is that many persons don't even know what a spirit spouse is. People will call them incubus and succubus. Some persons will refer to them as just 16 months. But at the end of the day, the reason why they're called spirit spouses, spirit husband, spirit wife, is because they marry you in the spiritual realm. So in the dream world, you might have sexual dreams.
Yes.
Right? Were you having sexual dreams?
Yes, I was having sexual dreams. I was even having dreams that I was even getting married. Where in the dream, my spirit spouse, I didn't know it was spirit spouse because in the back of my head, I was saying that, okay, I'm getting dream that I'm getting married, so I know that it is closer and near. But I didn't know that it was a spirit spouse at that time. I'm getting married to in the dream.
Okay, but you can have good dreams where you're getting married, and there are bad dreams that you're getting married.
I know it was a bad dream.
Right, and because sometimes you can tell even that the character of the person have a bad dream of you getting married, and you know it's a spirit spouse. It's like you're married to somebody who doesn't love you, somebody who is cheating on you, somebody who is trying to control you. Whereas when it's a good dream from God, you will know. Right? Because it's going to show that God is the one that sent it. I just want to clarify that. I don't want people to think that once you dream that you're getting married, it's a spirit spouse, but you will know. You will know that you're getting married to a demon. Right? Now, many persons don't know that spirit spouses come through the bloodline. They come through fornication, they come through masturbation, they come through pornography, they come through adultery, anything sexually perverted or immoral, and anything sexual outside of marriage, and it's not between a man and a woman, right? So many persons don't know that. So you being a woman who was in the world, from a family that they don't stay married either.
No, they don't.
So it's already in your bloodline not to
Yes,
get married.
divorce is high in my bloodline.
So
So they do get married,
but
but
they don't stay married.
they don't stay married.
And then you were already in the world fornicating. So you know you repented, you didn't know that you needed to now break the covenant that you made with the spirit spouse. Because when you do sexual sin, you make a covenant with spirit spouses. So that's why it's hard for you to get married. Because in the spiritual realm, they're married to you. In your dreams, they have sex with you. They prevent you from finding your spouse, right? So in the natural, it's like you can't really find anybody. And even if you do get married, sometimes you cannot spirit spouses and get married. They don't stay married because the demon gets jealous and very jealous, right? So now take us to when you met your husband.
Right. So in the month of October.
So we're June, July, August, September. August the conference. September, October. Now we're
October.
We're
So
in
the
October.
month of October, October the 24th, I remember I was at church. It was raining, right? It was raining really heavily. So I asked one of my church brothers to take me home. And he turned to my now husband saying that I wanted to take her home for me. And he said, okay. We didn't even, I didn't know that he was my husband, right? I called my church brother and I said to him, just calling a name, not his right name. I said to him, Peter, Tom reached home as yet? And he said, yes, he reached home. And I said, all right, tell him to call me later, find out if he's okay.
So that's your husband?
That's my husband.
So you told a friend now to tell the husband that you were home and he can call you?
Right.
Okay, interesting.
Yes. So he called me. He called me the same Sunday evening at 6 p.m. to be exact. Right, we were on the phone talking, most likely about Christ, Christian things, nothing outside of that. Because
this is how you know that this is a saved man of God.
Yes,
because there was nothing out of
nothing outside of Christianity. It was all about Christ, nothing outside of that. Because both of us, for me, I didn't have any intention, he didn't have any intention as well. We were just talking as friends, casual talking. And we talked from 6 p.m. until 3 a.m. the Monday morning.
Excuse me.
We still didn't have any intention at all. So we talked, and then the Monday morning he texts me, he sent me a good morning message. I just responded to the message, good morning. While doing that, I was still praying, I was still fasting, yes. I was still using the audio, I didn't stop at all.
No, I like that you mentioned that because people will think that, oh, because I've now met a man that seems to like me, whether it's your husband or not, or your spouse or not, you didn't stop praying because you know that these demons are very jealous and they'll try to come and attack, so you need to keep praying until you see your breakthrough.
Exactly, because I have encounters already where I speak with persons, it didn't reach anywhere because of the same spirit spouse.
You didn't know it was a spirit spouse.
I didn't know it was a spirit spouse.
But the relationships just weren't working out.
Right, it just depart from there. So while I was talking to him, I was still praying. I was still being positive. I wasn't negative, I was still being positive, still praying with the audio. Alright, so the Monday, we talked on the phone. The Monday evening when I came home from work, we were on the phone talking. So I said to him that, can you take me out for breakfast? I didn't want any breakfast, I was just saying that to say, as a lady, I'm just testing him to see if he's kind or mean. So he said yes. I said, all right. Pass that one, pass that test. He's not mean. All right, so when he picked me up Monday morning, right, at home, he took me to work. When I left work, he took me by a school that I used to work, and he stayed there with me from 10 a.m. until 3 p.m. Didn't complain or anything. I said, okay, Lord, he has patience. And then now I was going by my classmate to do some schoolwork. And he took me by my classmate and I said to him that you have to leave because I'm going to do some schoolwork, so you cannot stay. And he said that, no, I've been with you from morning, so why do I need to leave now? And same time, my classmate, she said, no, Georgiana, let him stay, let him come inside. I didn't know that at that time, he got a dream the Sunday morning where the Lord spoke to him in the dream and said to him that there is a blue house on the hill and the person is packed and ready to go.
Who lives in the blue house?
I'm the person who lives in the blue house.
So your husband had a dream about you?
Yes.
While you were praying?
While I was
So
praying.
in the spiritual realm, while you are rebuking the spirits that you're declaring marriage, your angel visits your husband with that dream because it's angels that give dreams. Many Christians don't know it's angels that give dreams from God. Because demons give dreams too. But when it's a dream from God, it's an angel. So your angel visits your husband
in the dream, and he said that there's a person lives in a blue house, packed and is ready to go.
You told me that the blue house on a hill.
Blue house on
You
the
live in
hill,
a blue
and
house
I
on a
live in a
hill.
blue house on a
So he
hill.
didn't know it was you.
And he didn't know that it was me.
Mighty God.
And he said when he was telling me the dream, and he said that the person is packed and ready to leave. In the dream, he said that the Lord said to him that he must take out the person out of the house. He must not to leave.
So you were packed and ready to leave because you said, I must find a husband and I'm going to leave this house.
I always pack.
You're always packed.
I
I
always pack because I'm ready to leave.
Are you ready to go with your husband?
Yeah. I literally pack barrels, pack suitcase, pack bags,
And your husband is in the
and believe that there was a man coming to take me out.
So that was an accurate dream because you didn't know, you didn't tell him that, he didn't know anything
No,
about
he didn't
you.
know. And I just packed telling that anytime the man come, and whenever the man come, I am ready to leave.
Amen.
Didn't know that I was like prophesying it to myself. I just do it out of frustration and tired to be single. So when he got the dream, he didn't tell me the dream. He started a fast to get more relation.
You said that his sister told him to fast about the dream.
He said he told his sister the dream, and his sister told him that that's your wife.
That's your wife in the blue house.
Right.
But he did not know it was you.
He didn't know it was me.
Okay.
So his sister instructed him and said, listen, do 3 days prayer and fasting so that God can reveal to you who is your wife.
And you know what? You know what I need to draw across? So you are praying with the prayer audience now, right?
Yes.
You're rebuking these demons. You're declaring the word of God that you're going to get married, right? You don't see anything with your natural eyes.
I didn't see
Many Christians give up in the middle of their warfare because they think it's not working. But you didn't know your husband had a dream about you already.
I didn't.
And you didn't know his sister told him that that's your wife, fast and pray about her so you can meet her. But you were just still praying and believing.
Still
So
praying,
it was
still believing.
taking place, things were taking place in the natural realm, in the spiritual realm, and in the natural realm, but because you didn't see it, right? You didn't know that was happening, but you still kept going.
Right.
Okay? So can you finish the rest of the story?
Alright, so the Monday when he took me by my classmate's house, right? I didn't know it was on fasting, and my classmate said
So
to me
while he was
that-
on the fast, he met you.
while he was on the fasting, he met me.
No,
So he
he-
started the fasting the Sunday, and he took me home the Sunday as he started the fast.
What? My God, is your
Yes.
fast this powerful?
Mhm.
My God.
Yes. And after that, he was on the fast the Sunday, the Monday, and I was at my friend's house, and she said, Georgiana, you cook, and I will do the schoolwork. I said, no problem. All right, so that time, on his fast, he only breaks the fast with fish, and I didn't know that. I cook curried fish
Wow, I
and
didn't
rice,
know.
and I didn't know. So after he eats his dinner and he took me home in the night, we were on the phone talking, right? That's the time he revealed to me that he's on a fast, and I gave him the fish to eat, and he broke the fast with the fish. That's when I know that he was on a fast, and that's when he broke the fast, only eating fish. Alright, after that I was talking to him, we were talking on the phone, until he started to get deliverance over the phone while we were talking.
Okay, he was getting deliverance.
Yes.
Okay. So by that time you had already known about deliverance and stuff. So
Yeah,
you
yes,
were praying for him.
yes, yes. I was praying for him on the phone and he started to get deliverance.
So was he coughing or spitting?
Yes, he was coughing and vomiting and he
Oh, so he was being delivered from
yes, he was being delivered. And after that, he came back on the phone and he said, you know, you're my wife.
Wow, just like that.
Just like that.
So because he saw that you were praying for him to be delivered, right? He realized somehow that you were his wife.
He was.
He was.
He was. And when he realized that he got the deliverance over the phone, he came back on the phone and said, you know what, you're my wife. No, I was a little excited, however, I did not show it. Yes, because I don't want to seem desperate. I didn't show it. I said, okay. And he said to me that, you know, I claim you as my wife.
Wow.
Yes.
So he did not know you were praying for the husband. He didn't know that you were doing the audience against spirit spouse and he didn't know. Okay.
He didn't know anything at all.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so we're there talking on the phone until the next day, the Tuesday, right? We met each other again and he said to me that, are you serious about this? I said, yes. Me, I wasn't like excited. I tried to hold my composure.
Because you told me that because of many relationships in the
many
past.
failed, many disappointments.
And you didn't know it was a demon at that
Right,
time.
I didn't know it was a
these
demon.
men.
Right, pushing away these men. The men that were saved.
Right, the devil was pushing them away because he
Right.
didn't want you to get married. Okay.
Right. So we were talking until in the month of November, right? The 3rd of November to be exact. It was his birthday. I bought him a nice gift. I bought him a suit rather. And when he looked at the suit, he said, no one has never bought him a suit exact to fit him before. No one. It's the first. So when he
How do you
saw,
know his size?
I'm good like that.
Okay.
I can just picture.
Oh, because it's your husband, you just, you know.
But before I bought his birthday gift, I was saying, God, what is it I'm really doing? What if he's not the one that you have in store for me? However, I still went ahead and bought the gift with no intention at all. So when he picked me up and I handed over his birthday gift, he was surprised. He wasn't expecting it at all because we just met, and to know that someone is giving you such big gift, it was a surprise to him. When he saw what I bought for him, he said that, are you serious about this? No turning back? I said, yes, no turning back. He took me to a jewelry store in Spanish Town.
So
And
you to a
he said-
jewelry store. Okay.
In Spanish Town, and he said I should choose Mary.
Oh, you didn't ask it to me.
Just like that.
Interesting.
Yeah, so I was still a little hesitant because of the disappointment that I've been through. I was still a little hesitant. I chose the ring and support, and one evening he picked me up at work. I was still having a little doubt because I'm saying, but where is this going? What is this happening? I'm not seeing anything. But until he showed me the receipts,
And he paid down on the
that's the
ring.
paid down at the ring. And that's when I realized he's very serious. And that's when I started to call persons and I started to put weddings into planning.
Okay. After 9 years.
After 9 years of waiting. Yes, just like that. October, November, got engaged in the month of November. After we got engaged, December, we were going to get married in December. And I said, no, I can't wait for 9 years. And then I should just go by RGD to get married like that. I said, no.
RGD is the place where things are registered and you're allowed to just come in and just do. Just like for like some people in the US, they'll do like a courthouse thing. So it's similar to what we do in Jamaica when we say where the people are going to get married at RGD. So it's basically kind of like a wedding ceremony.
No, it's just like
just,
just go there, sign
just sign
marriage
the document,
certificate,
right? So you never wanted to do
No, I
that.
just wanted to do that because I waited too long.
Okay.
Yes. And then January, we got married. January, 2nd of January 2021. After we got married, I was still praying with the prayer audio and spirit spouse. I didn't stop. So he was saying to me, what else the prayer that I said? wouldn't even know. That's what I said to you. You wouldn't even know the half. So we got married January and we conceived.
So you remember you said you always wanted a son?
I always
You got
wanted a
saved.
son. Yes, I always wanted to get married and give birth to a son.
And it finally happened.
And
Wow.
it finally happened.
My
Right,
God,
so
praise God.
we conceived together in February and we conceived while listening to the audio. I said to him that, you know what, I'm pregnant. He said, oh, you know that? I said, listen, after Shanika Sutton audio, I know that I am pregnant. And yes, indeed, I was
That same
pregnant.
time you told him you found out after that you were pregnant and you conceived on that same night.
That same night, both of us were praying with the audio.
God have mercy.
Yes.
Save us some of the details. Anyway. Well, I'm really happy that you shared your testimony though, because a lot of people are going through this where they don't know why they're not getting married. They're getting prophecies upon prophecies, but they're not seeing any results, and they feel like God is unfair and He's not sending the right person. And you know, many times they don't even know it's a demon. Things are spiritual. That's the thing. So whatever you see in the natural realm, there's something going on in the spiritual realm that causes that which is taking place in the natural realm to happen.
Right.
So it's like a cause and effect kind of thing. Okay, so because something is taking place in the spiritual realm, you're gonna see it manifesting in the natural realm. So I'm really happy that you shared your testimony. Thank you so much for coming.
Yes.
I believe that many other persons will get married after this. God bless you. Please don't forget, guys, to follow me on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. My name is Prophetess Shanika Sutton. Please just follow me and use my prayer audios. They're all there, and you can just use them too. Okay, the same thing I got it for her, He's gonna do for you too. God bless you.